Check in the mic. Here we are with the Farm Sim 17 of FTG live series here. Sorry guys, we had just a little bit of an issue there. Hopefully that got it all squared away. So I didn't double check something before we started. So we are now ready to rock and roll. So just as I get introductions here, get a few things off the plate. I'm going to have a couple of good buddies. We got Nick and Ryan with us here today. So welcome to you guys. Thanks for coming in.
Hey there.
Yep. All right, now we'll go ahead and have them go ahead and start with the plowing. We're going to kind of jump in and tackle this, all three of us together, get this knocked out quick. So let me just explain what we're going to do today, what we're working with, what kind of mods we got here on our list. And then I'll get the shout-outs here in stream. So you guys make sure you say hey, and I'll give you a proper say hey and a shout-out here as stream starts. So as Nick and Ryan go ahead and get started there, we both got the John Deeres. We've got a couple of different 8-arm packs in here, but the main thing and the reason that we have kind of started and are doing this series is a progressive farm series. So we're going to start from the very beginning, and I'm just going to kind of pan around these guys as they go around. But these guys are definitely doing the very start, which is the plow. So we are using Seasons mod, which means this. I'm going to pull it up here. As we get around, there we go. So we are in now day 2. We're running 6-day seasons, and we're going to run 6-day seasons. So everyone gets, right now we're in spring. You can see our red bar there. And then we'll run over to summer and then fall and then obviously winter. So green and yellow is very simple concept, but we have a planting season and then a planting and harvesting season depending on what we're doing. Now there's a lot of other things. Forestry, a lot of tree growth, a lot of grass growth. All these things are much different. Fertilization is much different. There is much more time to breathe with Seasons mod, but also there's a time to make sure that you don't get caught sleeping because there's so much more that matters with Seasons mod. So with that being said, the other thing that we're also running with is Proseed, which is a fairly, I won't say it's not generic kind, but it is something they use in real life. So it is able to do all of your tram tracks as well as shut left and right sides of seeders off, as well as work directly with GPS. With the GPS mod, which is in here, but some of these fields are so oblong that we won't really be able to effectively use GPS because we're not dealing with square fields. So let's go ahead and let's back out of that there. And there we go. So we're doing a few of these. So let me go ahead and get some shout outs out of the way here. So I want to say hey to make sure I say hey to everybody. So and then I'll jump down and I'll help these guys and we'll get going here. And let's pull the map up. Actually, let me just go ahead and pull all this up. So I'm in the drone right now, so you guys saw that drone come up. So right now we're on farm 4, which is just in between basically our seeding cultivating farm was where the pigs are. We'll go up and take a look at that if you've never seen it before. And obviously farm 1 is here right to the southwest of Ryan. There on the map where the cows are. So that's pretty much kind of our home base there. We've got another thing there, and we've got 2 basically functioning farms here. And all of our main fields around, especially 49, 53, 21, and 43 are all going to be sugar beet and small root crop. And then we'll move into doing grass on 49, 47, 8. And then I believe we did 35, 1, and maybe 37 on the last field. So those 2, those will be mainly our seed crops of like wheat, barleys, canolas. So one thing that I do want to point out, because everybody says, oh, we'll always do soybeans, always do this. Well, you can see that soybean and sunflower, since there are much more profitable crops, there's only a limited actually planting season, and there's a limited harvesting season, much shorter than any of the rest of it, much like sugar beet, except we can plant anything else right now except for sunflower and soybean, and that can't happen until day 3, which is the middle of spring. So pretty cool how the Seasons mod works. If you got any questions, guys, please leave them in comments there in the comment section. I always want to make sure I've tried to at least explain some of this stuff because a lot of people don't know how to use it, and I'm thinking about doing a proper video and a proper tutorial on it. So let's go and get out of this and tell you what, let's just hide this stuff out of the way. Let's get to some shout outs. If you want to shout out, say hey, what is up, Ned Plays Live, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Mr. Chuck, Mr. Michael E, good to see you guys. Hope y'all are doing well. JP, always good to see you, man. JP's been asking a couple of days, man. I appreciate you guys giving me a little bit of a break. We took just a little bit of a break for family and just some other, miscellaneous stuff going on. So thank you, guys. What's up, Benson? How are you? Mr. Walter Moss, Hello, FTG. How are you there, Walter? Hope you're doing well. Browner the Gamer. Hello, Chris Justice. A lot of new names in here, so thank you guys. A lot of you guys here are new subs here with Facebook. So appreciate you guys giving the Facebook page some love. Also got Twitter running there as well, Full Tilt. Trying to keep up as active as I can. So if you got Twitter, hit me up on Full Tilt. Corbin Gridley, what is up, man? How are you? Alan Cheese, here, man. No problem. Thanks for coming in and saying, hey, man, we'll be doing some ATS probably tomorrow night, so you guys be ready. We got a brand new mod, a brand new truck, and some new stuff there, hopefully, with 128 going live. So we got doubles, triples, all the good stuff. So Dakota Bogle, what's up, man? No harvesting tonight, but I hope that was a little bit of an explanation there to kind of tell you what was going on. Nathan Smithwick, what's up, man? Landyman03, hello. Savage Gamer, who else got? Melanie Hoots, what's up? Waylon Marshall, Darren Montana, Ty Glavich. Hello, guys. Who else we got? Hayden Lucky, what's up, man? Upper Mississippi River. Oh, all right. I'll check it out, man. Brandon Piner, and who else we got? Is that it? Jonathan Voiles, Daniel FS17. Hello, brand new sub to today, man. So you should have your name here in some shining lights somewhere. And so thank you, buddy. Appreciate that sub. And who else we got here? And I think that's it. So thank you guys for saying hey in chat. Always remember, throw a subscription up here if you enjoy the content, you want to stay with it. And also got social media there on the left side as well. And let me throw up some chat because you guys may want to see what everybody's saying, especially for those that come in a little bit later. So let's throw a little FTG chat up there on the left. All right, so there's that. Let's get this show on the road, guys. All right, so we're gonna get this drone back everything. I'm probably just going to sell it. This drone's pretty tough. Oh, quickly got. Oh, nice, Walter. Well, thanks for letting. I did run ATS with the rest of them. I didn't seem to have an issue with the stuff that I was running. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to run into some problems a little bit later down the road. So thanks for letting me know, man. Appreciate that. All right. So you'll notice. Oh, Lordy. Okay. All right, we're good. All right. So you'll notice a lot of times with especially you'll notice things will change as days run. So the one thing that I'm going to try to do is do a very jam-packed episode, doing as much as we possibly can. But all around keeping at least the things moving. I don't want the series to get stale. I don't want it to get stagnant. I just want things to kind of continue to keep moving and grooving. New stuff coming in. You know, we've got some new mods. We've got some new John Deere tractor mods that we'll be revealing here probably in the next episode. I don't know that we'll do much with them today just because we've got a lot going on in other things. I really want to get some seeding. We've got some great stuff, and I really want to explain Proseed. So we'll be able to check out Proseed here as we get going. So that's going to be it's going to be a lot of fun. I am really excited about that. I love Proseeds. I've just really gotten into it today, and it's a very simple program. But I was like, this is great. It's great. So, hey, what's up, Matt? How do we get the drone? I just downloaded it. I believe it came out of the mod hub. I believe.
Yep.
Well, I know it loaded for me, Walter. I know it did. I'll we're gonna have a problem with this. Yep, we are gonna have a problem with this one there, bud. Already off to the super strippers to yep, yours. Is that what you figured out?
Yep. You want to trade?
That's fine. Thanks for letting me know.
Well, I thought you were still droning around with people. So.
Hey, what's up, Subscribe? How are you, man? William Harmon, no, this
it's too high. The plow don't go in.
Yeah, I noticed that when I dropped it. So, yeah, all right. Yeah, Subscribe, what's up, man? How are you? No, I'm not letting others join, William. Today is just, this has been a private server, so a lot of it is just what we have been working on and what I've been trying to set up here, and it just blew by the shop. It's what I've been trying to set up here with ProMods, oh my goodness. Proseed, as well as Seasons and a new map. We've got a ton of mods in here, so trying to get a mod list between just the three of us has been a challenge, much less trying to do that for other people that don't have any clue where this stuff is. It's about 4 gig total. I'm not sure what the mod count is up, but it's huge. So
About 150.
150, yep. There you go.
Somewhere between 140 and 150.
Well, what's up, MAGA? feel like the volume is extremely soft. Let me bump this up some. Yeah, it is. Wow. Y'all probably don't even hear a thing. All right, there we go. Let's try that. Yes, it does work with yes, it does work with Trike. I think you're talking about Trike IR. It does work with that, and it does work with the wheel. Works with multiple joystick inputs, although it takes some time to get everything squared away the way you want it to. But yes, it does work. What's up, Noah Meckley? How are you, man? Hey, what's up, Straight Like That, ENT? Yeah, man, it has been a while, but it's all good, man. Thanks for coming back. I always enjoy, you know, just getting to catch up with people. I mean, it has been a while, and took a nice little break there for the birth of the daughter. So now we got her all squared away, and things are chumming around a little bit better. The schedules are a little bit better here around the house, so offers me a chance to get out here and do some farming. So looks like I'm going to have to add in a little bit since that tractor didn't work. We weren't really planning on that, so. Let's do, yeah, let's do the 8R series here. Let's do front hydraulics. We'll put the big engine in it. Yeah, we'll have to get some more. All right, so we'll have to add in a little bit more. As to the grate, this is the money tool. This is with the GUI, so this enables you to just add in what you have. So that was an unexpected expense. Unfortunately, I don't like doing this on stream, but it's a necessary evil. Trying to get things going. So let's just do another 2 because I gotta split it 3 ways. All right, now we can get that tractor, I think. All right, there it is. All right, good, man. Not MAGA. Well, Make America, what's up, man? How are you? Oh, no good there, JP. I hope everything's all right. All right, I feel like I would back to the setup here. So now we're back to minimal here in the tank. So I think what we're going to do is, and I'm open for suggestions here from chat. I want you guys to chime in because you guys are the viewers. So I want to make sure that y'all are getting some kind of a say so and just say, hey, it would be cool to see this. Oh, I forgot to do that again. Thank you there, Arctic Gaming. Appreciate that sub, bud. Gonna be spreading a little seed with FTG today, so welcome, man. Thanks for the subscription. All right, so kind of want to know from you guys here in chat, and if there are ladies as well, trying to think about how fast we run the game. So it's obvious that we can run things in an 18 episodes, so this would basically cover an 18 episode full tilled farms. So from start to finish of where we're at now, it would take 18 episodes. Well, yeah, 6 days, yes. Okay, 6, because basically the winter is non-existent. I mean, there's nothing you can do in the winter because the ground freezes. So with that being said, are you guys interested in seeing that, or you want to see a little bit faster gameplay? You know, where things do tick a little bit faster during the day. We're not really going to be speeding up time during the episode, so especially once we get to things and get to a comfortable place and get things started, get things to a finishing place, then I think that's going to conclude that episode. I think that'll be a much better way to go. But just curious what you guys think. Let me know. Seriously. It was your middle finger. I hear you, man. Oh, terrible, Walter. Oh my God, man. Yeah. Well, that's happened plenty of times before. Well, thank you there, Straight Like That, ENT. Appreciate that, man. Subscribe, ask how many had. Yes, just 2. Got 1 old and 1 young. By local access TV station watching birds. Well, thank you. I kind of hate the way I sound, but that's, you know, I think everyone hates the way they sound when they listen to their own voice recorded back. I won't go back and watch a live stream.
I'd rather I sound like you than I sound like when I talk.
Well, see, that's the way I feel. Hey, what's up, William? Do I ever let them? You want the honest answer? No, I don't. And it's nothing against that. I don't normally do it because I've never had a dedicated, and always I hate using this standard equipment. The mods are there for a reason, and I've invested into the PC world for a reason, and that's to to be able to use these wonderful mods that the mod makers all put out there for us to use. And the one big thing about it is we put and stack as many mods. Like I said, we got about 150 so mods in here. It's about 4 gig worth, and to try to transfer those downloads and make sure that they're always upkept, and just dealing with connection issues and what time and this and that, it's a lot easier. And I will say this: if you guys are interested, join that TeamSpeak that's down there below. It's a great TeamSpeak, a great community. We do have dedicateds here, part of the Rat Pack Gaming, that there's always guys playing in. And depending on if I get to meet you here and we hit it off and become kind of part of the little crew that's kind of running around here, at least with me anyway. I mean, we kind of me and Ryan and Nick and stuff. We do a lot of talking outside and just hanging out. So if you're available to come hang out, come hang out. It's a really great community just to do that. It's not just it's not just all about gaming. Oh, I see what you're doing here. Perfect. Look at that. Looks like we know what the heck we're doing. Hey, what's up, Mad Motors? Good to see you, man. It's been a while, so welcome back. I have Subscrub. I certainly have. There's a few other things I've been just kind of piecemealing into and kind of looking and thinking about getting into, but nothing has ever been concrete yet. So if that day ever comes, you guys will know, and I appreciate that. So appreciate y'all's interest in wanting to just jump in, play along. It's always good. And I hope you enjoy this series. I know a lot of people, they wanted to see something a little more on the more realistic side, more kind of getting back to farming, having a good time, having a good, relaxed, chilled stream. So I hope that this is appealing to you. So if it is, go ahead and hit that like button, only if you like it. If this stuff just completely packed bores you, then you don't have to watch it. Don't like it because I tell you to. I really want to know what content really brings people around to the channel. So I really pay attention to that stuff. You guys are why I do it. So if that becomes the thing, then please let me know. Like the videos, subscribe, all those good things. Let me know that you're enjoying this content and that it's something you want to see. So that's all I'll spill on that one about. Oh man, we really went quick on this one. Only got that little square left. Wait on Mr. Nick to pass here. He knows how the reverse shifter moves. Yeah. Yeah, all the gears and stuff work. Now this one's not as detailed. We've got a few others that the actual the accelerator pads and stuff on the feet, they all move, and then the little like the handle, basically the control panel that you hold in your right hand there when you steer with your left, that's got all your controls and buttons and stuff like that on it. Everything on that moves as well. So I've never really seen any mods with that kind of level of detail. So pretty cool. We picked these. Where'd you get these two? Do you remember where we got these plows, Nick?
They're on the FS Farming Simulator 2015. I can, since I'm done, I'll grab the link.
Okay. Yeah, we picked these up, and they're basically a 3-point hitch plow with about, what is it, about 10 meters, 10 meter wide, I believe.
I think they're 9 actually.
9. So I know most. Okay. Well, I know most of you knew we did the Jimpa plows were really popular because they had the width, but they were really big, triangle, and they didn't fold up. And these are basically those width-wise, but they take a little bit less power to pull. So if you're looking for, especially if you're on PC and looking for a bigger plow that doesn't take quite as much power, if you're playing with a super realistic, farm, but you don't have the money to go out and buy a case quad track, then download these things and give them a whirl. They're actually really good. How did it feel to play with Raptor? We play with anybody else, man. I mean, he's a really cool guy. He's been helpful to me. He's just been nice to be able to bounce ideas off of and give points, tips, and as well just to be there to be someone that's willing to help out younger YouTubers that are trying to really do this thing. So it's really, like I said, man, it's a great community. I couldn't say more about it. It was a little nervous first time I did it because I know you never hate to step on people's toes, especially when you're streaming. You don't want to try to take over. You don't want to be that guy. And after that, man, it was good. It was a good experience. It's always a good experience. I have fun on the weekends, man. We do farm sim on the weekends usually. We need to do that, or we'll do a little bit of GTA. I know Nick, he's usually setting up. If you guys don't know, Mr. Nick T always sets up for those farm sim streams there with Rat Pack Raptor. So he does a lot of work there, and then he comes in the weekend and then helps me out a little bit too. So thank you, Nick.
Oh yeah.
We've got a little surprise here to show you too from what Mr. Nick's done. So we'll maybe.
People are saying they can't hear me or Ryan.
Okay. Well, it might be it might be when I talk the channel manager. Let me see if I can. I'll tell you what, guys. I'll bump them up. They sound equal on my on mine, but let me turn them up in the turn them up here, and that should help fix it just a little bit. I will get it to test. Make sure you guys can hear them. Let's see. Let's bump Nick up. All right, there's that, and we'll bump Ryan up.
What was that?
All right, there we go. Play GTA. Hey, what's up, Jimmy? How are you, man? Is that plow going to console? Yeah, I don't know, man.
It's not John Deere, probably will.
Yeah, and it isn't John Deere. It's just what is this called? The Ripper Stripper. Yeah.
You want me to start on build 3?
Yeah, let's go down there. We'll knock that out, then we'll get to the main reason for the show today. By the way, let me go ahead and speed up time. So it's 8 o'clock in the morning, so we're not going to work during the night. So we're going to consider the day's work. We'll speed it through the night, and we'll start the next day. If that happens in stream, we're going to start at 15. Let's see how this goes. It may go a little fast, but that'll keep us on our toes, keep things moving.
Monsieur.
Nice, Jimmy. Can you please slower Ryan? Lower Ryan. Okay, Ryan's a little loud. All right. Man. All right, can we get 4 cents on this? No, I'm just kidding. Here we go. All right, pulling.
Can you buy me a computer so I can play? I gotta go.
All right, let's see. All right, give him a little check in the mic 1, 2 there, Ryan.
Hey, Michael, I'm looking for the hammock mod. I don't know where to take the nap.
Hammock mod. There you go. Let me know what you think, guys. We'll get. I'll save this setting too, so we'll be able to hopefully use this here in the next one. Good thing is, plowing is one of those thankless jobs. We found out earlier. If you ever dealt with Proseed, which once we get into the seeders, you'll see exactly. We're going to kind of walk through all the things you can do, all the options. So especially if you're a PC player, you might want to hang around for the next little bit here once we get done with this field, which is not going to take us long at all. Tell you what, let's just...
There's a few spots around the edge where they just not wanting to grab.
Yeah, I see that. There's little dips in the terrain and stuff. I think it's skipping over.
Oh, I think they were messing with you. They just want you to mute Ryan.
Oh man.
Now I'm probably ridiculously loud.
I don't think so. It sounds. I don't know. You guys can let me know honestly. Oh, let's see. Wait a minute. Let me catch back. I missed mine. Swords don't have 5M surface there. Oh. Salty much there, Mansoor? Did you read his Nick?
Yeah. That's what I was laughing about a second ago.
Yeah. I am in Eastern Standard Times there, Evil Clown. The Ripper Stripper's hit, man. He sounds like a Taco Bell fart. Well, it's a good mod, I'll tell you that. It may have a terrible name, but it's a good mod.
Chuck said Ryan sounded fine until you turned him down.
Well, sometimes the way TeamSpeak works here is I'm kind of the priority speaker, so when I speak, it quietens them down. So that may be what y'all are hearing. If they say something and I'm kind of coming right in over the top of what they're saying, that might be what it is. I'll try to give them a little more space on the mic when they're talking. So, hey, what's up, Wealthy Channel? How are you, man? Hope you're doing well. We're thinking, and I'm considering doing something a little more public. These streams just aren't, because we've got so many mods. We've got about 100 and I think, what'd you say, Ryan? 100, was it 75 or 55?
Somewhere between 140 and 150.
All right, so we got about 150 mods in here, and this is really everything for us, just so we can do. And I just trying to get times and stuff for people that's not normally in the community. It just makes it tough. It's, you know, like I always say, it's nothing personal, and honestly too, guys. I mean, I know a lot of people ask, and a lot of people want to know, and this is just, I mean, this is the honest truth. I mean, the way I am at the house now, I don't really have all day long to just completely prepare and kind of throw all this stuff together. So a lot of times, I mean, I'm literally coming in. I wanted to get started at 10:30, and here it was 11:15, finally getting started. And I still had a little snafu at the beginning, just because there's, you know, got the two little ones running around. It's just a lot of stuff going on. Just don't have that dedicated time to make sure that all the, you know, T's are crossed and I's are dotted. So it's a lot of times, you know, if the guys are actually involved here in the community and actually involved in the farming and that kind of thing, then they get to play, which is kind of where Nick and Ryan kind of fell into this. So, you know, I would normally be doing this by myself had those guys not wanted to come in and kind of wanted to lend a hand. So, and that's really the only reason we're kind of doing this Proseed slash doing the seasons mod on this particular map, because this is a tough map. It is a very tough map. There's a lot of tough farming in this. I mean, the terrain's fine, but the fields, I mean, you know, we'll pull up the map here. If you can see it there around chat, I mean, a lot of oblong. There's not a lot of curves, but there's a lot of angles in the field. So if, you know, you think you're just going to kind of set a worker and forget it, it doesn't necessarily work in this map. So now we kind of gave it that first shot on that last one. We did it. We had great, you know, great support from you guys. Y'all like watched the video. You came back. I mean, the video's done very well, especially for Farm Sim. You know, it's been out for a while. People already started talking about, was it Pure Farming Expert 2018's coming? You got cattle and crops on the loom. So a lot of people are kind of getting out of the Farm Sim buzz. But you guys definitely have stayed along with it and come and support the streams and watch the videos late. So definitely appreciate that. It's been a great couple of weeks, and it's been great to get back in Farm Sim and talk to you guys. So thanks for coming. Yeah, Chuck, get the mods. I have to talk to you later. Just kidding. Evil said Ryan's fine now. Fine on his end now. Just couldn't hear him when he joined. So there you go. Actually, it's $20 a month. Wow, 20. It's kind of insane. Hey, what's up? Is that a Samoskinia K or Samoskinia? Let me know which one that was. I gave it a stab. I'm sure it wasn't correct, but yeah, man. Well, thank you there. Appreciate that, Corbin. Tell her FTG said hey, and everybody in chat, everybody throw the wave hand emoji there. Tell Corbin to go tell his girlfriend we all said hey. I'm sure that will completely freak her out. Well, now the smell is no longer, Alan. You can actually have the smell while you play the game. So if you guys want to go to Full Tilt Gaming there on Facebook, the latest post should be public for everybody, even if you don't like the page. You can still kind of follow along with it. They have made and devised, last year they did an April Fool's joke where they put a unit together that actually has a lot of the same scents and smells from a real farm. So piney smells, grass smells, hay and straw smells, those kind of normal farm smells that you normally get used to kind of hearing, and used to smelling. They put all those in cartridges, so every time you hit a trigger inside a farm sim, it spritzes one of these things out in front of your face. So y'all will have to go check that out and watch the video. They did like a full 2-minute demonstration on this. They're gonna put it up at Gamescom, so I couldn't believe they're actually doing that. Yeah, they're. Go ahead.
The only thing is, people are mad that they're not actually including like the pig smell.
I know.
It's just, what do they got? They've got like silage, trees,
a foresty smell.
Yeah, and then like a freshly tilled soil smell.
Yep. No pigs, no cows, nothing like that. So.
Freshly mown grass.
Yep. And it's weird too, man. It's like you hit this trigger and it goes. Psst. It's like this big old shoot thing, and then the guy doing the video is like. I mean, it's the weirdest video.
It smells it even though it's 3 feet away.
Leaking ammonia tank.
Seems legit.
I know, it's so weird.
Monsieur says you need one of those for Arma.
Oh,
like-
Lord.
Order up the dried blood cartridge.
Oh, Chuck.
Oh my god, Chuck.
Can I use Big Bud? Yes, my day's been great there, Brandon. So thanks for asking. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, I don't have Big Bud on this particular map. This map is still a little on the smaller side. I tell you what, man. Let's do this, Nick. Let's go make. Why don't we let Ryan make the turn there? Actually, yeah. Go ahead and just make one turn past me. Let's go make this one. Let's just seed this half. Up until the borderline there of where Ryan's at. I don't want to get too much into the plowing. Let's move on to at least a few little seeding things. We can kind of finish this up today because they're not going to be grown in by tonight. So I can come in and either tonight or sometime, and I'll knock the rest of this out.
So we're done now? Or
Yep,
what?
yep. Let's go ahead and pull we've got enough there with 4, so we're gonna have enough seeding to do today, and that's really what I want to spend most of my focus on. Let's look at some other things. Let's look at Proseed, which is a nice, great mod. So if you've never seen that one, hang around. That one's gonna be coming in, and then we've got more talk just about Seasons mod and how I'm going to try to at least tell you my strategy of just kind of putting together some of the seed and exactly where we want to put them and how we want to lay them out. And we have to lay those out via the times that Seasons kind of gives us as kind of our guide of when things have to be planted versus when they have to be harvested. So I don't know, we'll see what happens with it. Hopefully it works out. I'm kind of a newbie to a lot of these big time mods. We do have GPS in, but it's not going to really serve as much of a purpose on this field. I mean, at least in this area. Let me turn around. I kind of went the wrong way. It's just going to be easier to go out of here and go to the road and drive up. Just over the diaper genie. Ain't that the truth? That is the truth. And a diaper genie, for those that are too young to know what a diaper genie is, that's where you put all the baby's diapers. Goes into this little thing, and then it basically just seals it off so you can't smell it. I do live North Charlotte, not actually, but that's close enough. People that aren't from here at least know where Charlotte's at. And I think the big solar eclipse is coming down through Greenville, which is about an hour and a half away. So it is getting like crazy pandemonium down here because everybody is starting to move into the weekend and just make it a little bit of a long vacation. So, cool, I guess. Don't look at it with your naked eye, kids. All right. Alright, so we just wanted to show a little quick. This is a nice shot, but we never really went down through here the other day. I don't think we actually went through. Now this mostly is the same from Sosnovka, but I just wanted to show you a little quick, just one over here since we didn't grab this place here on our last tour last time. So you got a nice little city here right centered around the shop, and there's a random way down in the yard, but that's okay. But then we're going to be going up to Farm 2, which is where most of all of our seeding activity is. We've got all of our cultivators, some of our big stuff, wash stations, and we've really kind of made it, if you're familiar with Farmtown or you've downloaded it, we've really kind of made it our own up there. So we've kind of done a lot of work putting new placeables and new buildings and messed around with some Giants editor and took some things out, smoothed some things around, and it wound up actually looking really good. So let me turn on to make sure yeah, there we go. Make sure I didn't miss it there. So we're going to pick up our seeders. We've got 2 bigger seeders we're going to use on some of these bigger fields. You guys, if you were here last episode, we did the anhydrous ammonia. That was kind of our early fertilizer. We plowed it up, cultivated it in. So now we're going to be using a seeder that uses fertilizer and seed, and that way we can get our 2-step. And then once the growth starts and get out of that first stage, we should be able to use our tram lines made from the Proseed mod, and then we can drive the sprayer through, or granular, but we'll use sprayer. Most people don't use granular once you've actually got growth, and we'll use that on itself. So you'll see a few different things here on Farmtown that you have not seen that are custom to just this map. We've got the standard placeables here for a liquid fertilizer, which most of, I think, all of these seeders do. There's a couple of our DB60s, I believe, there with John Deere. And our grain tank here, our Meridian grain tank. Love that thing. It looks great. So guys, wherever you want to stick these plows, I'm fine with. It does not really have a place as long as it fits its ships. I don't even know if it'll fit in here or not. Nope.
It'll fit over here.
Yeah.
Just stack one on top of the other.
Sounds good. What grain trucks? You know, I haven't decided on the grain stuff yet. I mean, we're kind of just getting into the seeding phase. We've got the Cat 660, which is a great little truck. I love that one. We've got a nice flatbed sprayer pack in here. But I think the grain trucks, we're going to use those Wilsons. I love those Wilson ones. And we've got a few others. Let me show you what we do have. If you're, you know, we got the Wilson trailer. That's for sprayer stuff. That's a little secret. We kind of got to break that out later on. Tippers. All right, so we got Wilson stuff, and we got one other one. Yeah, there we go. So we got these. Whatever that's, if that's the Depker pup triaxles. So these are kind of like the road train pack. So we do have the road trains in there. We've also got this as a John Deere inspired, which is basically nothing but the Krone trailer reskinned from the original game. And then we've got all of the Wilson grain trailers here from RZR modding. So I love that pack as well. It's good. Well done. Well done. They did a really good job with it. There's Jimmy's cat. Wants your beef jerky. That couldn't have come out any worse. All right, let's see. Let me pull my map up here. Where you at there, Ron? Okay, he's on through you.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and let's see. Nick's. Did you get fertilizer yet, or you?
I'm turning around.
All right. All right, see you there, man. Motors, have a good one, bud. It's a nasty little hole right there.
Doesn't appear to like these tanks.
I wonder if, are these the granular ones?
It may be.
Trying to pull up right beside it instead of backing up to it. Did it go?
No. Oh, now it's going.
Alright. I was getting scared there for a minute. Alright, so we've got a couple of other smaller seeders that we'll go and use. You know what? Let's do corn on, because that's probably the only thing out of this one we're going to be able to plant. Let's do corn on 4, if that works for you.
Okay.
Because beets, let's see, sugar beets, let me go over there. There we go. So if you're just joining us, welcome to the live stream. First off, so we got seasons mod here, so I just wanted to point out too, the reason that I'm doing so much thought about when we plant or versus what we're planting. Normally you would be able to do it, but with soybeans and sunflowers, this particular seeder basically does your sunflowers down. So it's kind of like the Maestro, so it does the sunflowers all the way down to the sugar beets. But you have to cut out the soybeans and sunflowers on this one because you can't plant them. So we're going to do corn on 4. And then I'll give us a chance maybe on 3 to possibly do the same. We've got a couple of other bigger fields that have been already fertilized and have already been plowed and cultivated. And then we'll maybe get out the smaller one and do some of the other smaller, just regular crops. So wheats, your barleys, canolas, those kind of things. So I might have to get just a little bit closer.
35 is probably big enough for this too.
All right. Hey, what's up, Quest Sports Supporter? How are you, man? Thanks for coming back, hanging out with us, man. Appreciate that. Great to see a lot of guys want to do farms. It's great to see you guys here in live streams. Appreciate that. I hope you guys enjoy this series. Like I said, again, just for those that may be joining in and kind of wondering what in the world's going on and what all we've got going on. Seasons Mod as well as Proseed. We'll be explaining a little bit about Proseed here just in a few minutes. Just being able to use this. I've actually just kind of started and really kind of utilizing as much of it as I can. Still kind of learning GPS and all of the different functionalities that it offers, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's still in itself is still a simple concept, but whoever does those stuff really does a good job. So Proseed itself is just mainly looked at as an additional kind of helper or an additional kind of just an additional mod to the seed. It doesn't really say replace and do anything kind of hugely special, but it does have some really cool features that we'll kind of talk about. And I do have better fuel values mod in here as well, so you'll notice that my speedometer has a lot more bubbles around it, and it's got yellow and red and all these other different colors and RPMs and stuff. When all that stuff kicks in, it does use more fuel. And then I do have a percentage there, which is a really quick number, so it tells me how many kilometers an hour of fuel that I'm burning. So if I floor it, then I'm burning a lot more than whether or not I'm just kind of idling down the field. So pretty cool stuff, pretty cool stuff. All right, so I tell you what, I tell you what, Nick, let's do this. You
if
take
I go first, you can follow my ridge maker.
Yeah, we could do that. I was trying to figure out. Go ahead and move up a little bit there, and then I'll just kind of get in here behind where I can get past these trees. Perfect.
Oops.
That's all right. Buying old John Deere. We got the 4955, so we can. I'm planning on getting in that one, Dakota. We've got the 4955 twin rears, and I believe I've got a seeder just for that. So make sure you put down corn, Nick, and we should be good to go. All right. So the thing. There we go. So the thing with Proseed, it just popped up here. Oh, let me move sublist so you guys can see. That defeats the whole purpose of having this as a little bit of an instructional deal. There we go. So on the right there above our stack. Now I do have mine a little bit small. So you'll just have to kind of, oh, there we go. Let's do this. That looks better. There we go. So the thing we've got here, we've got, man, you do have different settings in here, but you have target width with 18 meters. So once you hook it up to a seeder, it recognizes off the description of the mod, whatever it is, whether it's in-game, whether it's something else that you've done, and it will read what it is meter-wise. So we've got a couple of different options here on the top left. Keypad 7, 8, and 9 do different things. So 7 basically hides everything. 8, you'll see these little red ticks come up, and those are the trams. So it basically follows your wheel track, and it cuts those seeds off. And you can see Nick's there. He's already cut the trams, so that right there will be our wheel track that'll be through the middle. So we do have crop destruction, and we do have tire dirt on as well. And then the only other real big, huge function, at least with this, is that you can cut, once you turn your tram, you can make one side seed versus the other. So if you don't need the full 18 meters, then you can just use 9, left or right, which is a cool feature. So it'll just shut off that feed on the other sides. Now the other thing is, if you're running a GPS mod like this, you can automatically go over here, click the GPS, and it will completely center you. As you can see, I'm right dead on the center line with his ridge maker, which is really cool to see that kind of stuff. And you can see that on the red lines here on the left and right, we're right dead on the path that we need to be. But since we're going to be making turns and doing this, I'm not going to worry so much with GPS today. because it really doesn't serve as a purpose on this map because we've got really oblong and circular shaped fields. So the sounds are different, so you'll hear a lot of different things, but if you come in here, you're like, well, what the heck's he doing? It's the Proseed mods, and that's just what it does.
Gives you a chance to use the ridge maker.
It does.
Which is cool.
Yep. So I'm going to lay this ridge maker, and what's going to happen is, let me hide my HUD here just for a minute. So once I lay this ridge maker down, that is the one that Nick is going to follow on the return trip. All right, so you're good to go there, Nick.
All right.
There we go. Nice. Hey, what's up, Johnny7610, man? Good to see you. I hope you're doing well, buddy.
Hold on.
No time to hold on. Hey, what's up, Blue Type? How are you, man?
When you activate your tool, I get a little bit of, you know.
Yeah, I got you.
Oh boy.
There we go. Hey, what's up, Raylan? How are you? Y'all, Johnny, Mr. Johnny7610, he's on my list over there. Johnny's over in the UK, I believe. I don't know if he likes it or not, but I always tell him he's like one of the most organized farmers I've ever seen. So he does good stuff, and he's always been a heavy supporter here, especially when I was young off, and he still comes in. He's always a regular. So even from the UK side, it's pretty cool to see him coming in. It's like, what, like 5 in the morning for him. So always great to have you in from across seas there, Johnny. Appreciate you stopping in, man. What's up? Is that Catastrophe Gaming? Catastrophe Gaming, what's up? Hope you're doing well, bud. Hop in the 45. We are going to do that, Dakota. That is going to be next on the list. So whenever we, this field is going to literally get knocked out quick because we're doing it, you know, at what, 36 meters at a time. So it's not going to take any small time to do it. So this is going to be our only challenge with this one. So I tell you, let's do this, Nick. I'm just going to get up here. And then I'm going to pull the ridge maker up, turn everything off. I'm going to back up and then let you make that turn if you want to.
Yeah, just trying to get up here in the corner.
I was, Alan. I like that, man. That's good stuff. Good stuff. I like that kind of stuff. I know Scott, he used to be in the streams a lot, and Scott was doing, he's got a lot of model trucks like, I was trying to think, I think he's got haulers, and he's got all kind of little smaller, I think he's a 1:21 diecast, 1/21 scale or something like that. He's got a lot of scale diecast stuff as well. So I used to collect that stuff and as a kid, and I still find myself going back with my parents and finding a lot of those old cars and a lot of those old stuff, man, and going back through and trying to find some of it. So it's cool, man. I appreciate the videos. They were good. That's all right, Questboard. Don't worry, man. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. Yeah, we took a couple days off, so that's always, you know. All right, thanks, man. No problem, Scott. Honestly, I just forgot about it, man. I just didn't have time to answer it. It's no worries. All right, Nick, I'm gonna go ahead and take off on this row.
Okay.
All right, so Shift C does that one. There we go. There we go, nice. Yeah, there you go, 129 scale. Yeah, scales. There we go. Hey, what is it, Scott, that you got, man? Hey, I'm so glad you're in chat. Alan does he's got like a lot of the Hot Wheels stuff, and he's got a collection. What is it that you have? You've got something. Is it the trucks? I want to see you've got something like trucks or the construction haulers or something. Yes. So that's something else. I actually had a couple of people ask me, "Hey, man, what happened to the channel?" Noticed that we'd lost a ton of subscribers. We lost like 800 And then YouTube has flagged a bunch of people's videos for bad content. So obviously YouTube is playing around with something. I don't know what it is yet, but check your notifications, especially if you're a friend of the channel and you're like, hey, why, I didn't even know he streamed last night. Everybody's numbers has been fairly low the past 3 or 4 days. So if it is and you see someone, or check your notifications, even if it's another channel that you follow, check those and make sure that notifications are on and that they're set, because sometimes when YouTube does that and it has to like reset or reboot, a lot of subscribers won't get messages, notifications won't be turned on, and that kind of, that's just always been the natural beast of YouTube, but especially now, it just, I don't know what happened a couple days ago, but it was pretty nasty whatever happened, and I don't know what happened, so don't ask me, because I don't know. All right, so there's that. So let me. Okay, I see what Nick did. He got a little of everything.
So Z puts down one, what puts down the other?
Shift Z.
Shift Z?
Yeah, left shift and Z.
Okay.
Yep.
Usually you just hit it twice and it flips.
Yeah, Jimmy's always eating some good stuff, ain't he, Michael? He's always got some. I think he just goes to the Food Network and finds the latest and greatest recipe and just tells us that's what he's eating. What mod am I using on the Cedar? What's up, Catastrophe? Yes, I am using Proseed. So this is out of the mod hub. I don't know if it's on some of the other mod sites, but this is on the mod hub there with Giant, so you can grab it through the mod hub or you can download it off the website. I'm pretty sure that's where I got this, and I didn't know what it was, and there's really not clear instruction, but there's only a few things you can do with it. So if any guys are curious to see, just as I'm kind of finishing up the field here, we're going to do some more with it. So if you want to, hear what its main functions are, I'll be glad to let you know. Hey, what's up, Jared? How are you, man? Hey, man, good to see you. Yes, I remember you. So thanks for coming back, man. No worries. Don't worry about it, man. And what's up, Jerry's Projects? Mr. ATS coming back to check out a Farm Sim stream, so thank you, buddy. And I love this cedar. This thing is so detailed. Alright, let me do one thing here. Let's see. Let's do that and that. Okay. Are you coming back up there? Okay, no. Alright, I'm gonna grab this last little strip here. How's Rat Pack Farm? I have no idea. I don't ever play on the actual Rat Pack's farm. Although I think Nick it turned over to the Diner, and maybe they're gonna finish it sometime. Maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, man, things are good. I know the dedicated server down there has been busy, so if you guys are looking for somewhere, hit that link, come join TeamSpeak, and just so one of the door guys will let you in into the door and assign you all your little new member stuff, and then you can scroll down to the bottom, and that's where the dedicated is, so all the mods are in there. So usually, I mean, any given day, there's somewhere around, I would say, at least 6 to 10 guys in there about all the time now. It's really gotten busy. So if you're looking for a good crew to play that's going to be halfway serious when it comes to the farming stuff, come down there and give it a shot. Give it a whirl. Well, thanks for coming back, man. Appreciate you coming back. Yeah, it's always good to see guys that have, that have been around, or even especially guys that have changed names and are just kind of coming back into YouTube, or they took a break or whatever, the case is. And we kind of braked off there for a bit. We had an addition to the family that was great, but just took a lot of time. So we added that in. Plus we started adding ATS in, so I'm not farming 24/7 every single stream, which is good. I'm always glad to add in new content, but it's always good too to get back and do some of this stuff. Got some new prospects for some new games, some new stuff that I've been looking at, some new offers I think that might be good for the channel. We'll just kind of see how things work up, and especially these things get out of pre-order and get into early access, especially for YouTubers. The Gold Rush is coming. Something else, you guys like watching spin tires? I saw today that a new little secret little video was released today from Spin Tires Mud Edition or Mudders Edition or something like that. It's going to be kind of the new spin tires for PC. It is going to be coming out as well on console. It's going to be a multifaceted release. So all you console guys that like spin tires and like watching it, you're going to get to play it on console sometime. I don't know when, but it's coming out for console as well.
Do you want corn on 3? Or soybeans?
See, this day's, wow, I'm going to 15 is probably too fast. Let's do, I said, what all will this thing do? It'll do, there's beets, sunflowers, soy, corn. Yeah, I guess let's go ahead and do corn. Maybe some of it we can chop for some silage while we wait on the grass to grow, and then the other part we'll actually go ahead and combine that out and use that and sell it. All right, so chat, there we go. Should be refreshed. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Well, this one didn't have it there, Jared, so it was my only option. I like this tractor, and we're not really modding in tons of, we've modded in what we have just so we all have our main set of tractors. Oops. But yeah, we didn't go through the full entire gambit of trying to get every single one. This one, we've got an 8R does that has a row crop, but if we use the row crop, someone would say, well, you're not supposed to use the row crop to do something on the field to plow. You're not supposed to use row crop to do something else. So, we just kind of rolling with it, man. I'm still trying to keep as much of the rest of it. If the mods themselves came with all of the duals and the tracks and the tractors and everything else effectively that a farm would have, I wouldn't mind it. That would be great, but a lot of times the mods don't come that way. So we're at a little bit of the mercy of the mods that come. But it's all good. It's your mob name. Nice, Jimmy. Well, thank you for loving the live stream there, Jared. I kind of catching back up with chat, so thank you, bud. I've enjoyed the new equipment. We've got some new John Deeres that'll be really nice to be pulling out. We just don't have the space for them yet because we only had a couple of big fields on this. This is not like one of those big Midwest maps, where you've got tons of room and big huge fields needing 600-700 horsepower machines to pull seeders. This is really working on some of the bigger fields here on this particular map. So. Alright, so let's do that, and
I can work on this too if you want to go, plant something else.
Alright, well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll finish up this row here. You guys wanted to see that 4955. I'll hop in that. We'll grab one of the smaller John Deeres. We'll go lay some, we should be able to do some beetroot crop over there around the 50s and the 43. So we'll throw a few seeds on those because it looks like we're getting close. So about 6 o'clock is going to be our stop time. We'll say it's going to be our supper time. And we're going to start there. and go from there, and then we'll just fast forward through the night, and then we'll let it sync up then the next morning, and that'll simulate a new day, because most farmers don't work all the way through the night unless they're trying to catch that last little bit there before they get done. So if it's a harvest time and we need to harvest through the night, then we can certainly do that. Make sure, because especially if you're just joining us here, you can say, well, why such the big push? Why do you got the weather? What's the forecast up? This is why, seasons. So after the summer starts, we won't be able to do anything really from that day 1 and 2 to 3 and 4. They give us a little bit of leeway to plant soybean and corn, but pretty much you're in growth. So you'll be fertilizing through those days, fertilizing fields. So that'll be whether you're doing natural, getting animals together, which we haven't started, but that's going to add a whole new multifaceted approach here to the game. You've got the degrees on all of your stuff of what is optimal for this on your left-hand screen. And then once summer runs in, which is the second column, you can see that right at the end of summer, that's when harvests start to grow, and that's the only time you can harvest them. So it does kind of pay to play this at least somewhat legitimately, because you can get, I think, bogged down and behind yourself pretty quick. So hopefully things work out like they're supposed to. Yeah, I saw that, Scott. I knew you'd like it, man. I've been seeing some of the previews there. If you guys have never checked out Black Sheep Modding, their channels or anything else, they're on my recommended channels there, the F2G United there on the front page. Go check them out. I've also got some other buddies up there as well. You can go check those guys out. You got a Nick's way when he does here. I'm going to fold this up, Nick, get out of your way, and I'll go grab the 49 and... if you get done with this one, then feel free to grab another cedar, and I've got 2 45s over there, 49s, that you can come over there and help if I need it.
Okay.
Or Ryan too, whichever. Michael said, "Where's Ryan?" I don't know where Ryan's at.
He found the hammock.
Hey, yeah, sure, I'll do a live stream with you.
Hey, keep it down.
Alright, see you, Jimmy. Have a good one, bud. Thanks for stomping in. Alright, so we'll take this back up here to Farm 2, which is basically where Ryan's at right now. We'll pick up our other cedars that are up there. We'll go ahead and fill those bad boys up. I think they may be granular, so I may have to put another seed tank down. And then we're going to bring those guys back over to the 50s there, early 50s. So 51, 2, and 3. They're all relatively small fields, but I figured that'd be great to kind of get a small beetroot crop going there with sugar beets. Maybe do some of those. Maybe at some point we may add in potatoes, but we can plant them now. So I figured, why not? We've got everything else really. We can kind of go over there and do that. So that's what's going to be next on the docket, or at least we'll see what else. We might be able to do something else. I don't know. I've got a few ideas. We'll see. See what equipment we've got here. Make sure it exactly plants exactly what we want, and then we can go from there. All relatively small stuff over there. I hate doing big fields of beet crop. I can't stand it. So. Go wet Willie. Yeah, Alan said he was coming to go wet Willie you there, Ryan. Ryan's working on the cedar, that's what he's doing. Alright, so you guys wanted to see...
Ryan's gonna ban Alan.
Alright, we'll lay that bed of wood there. Alright, we'll turn this off. There we go. Alright, so I've got 2. Let me go down and find them. I like the rear. There it is. Yep, I know that, Jared. And it's frustrating sometimes because you have modders that obviously take special care to do certain things. And then, you know, some things just look cooler, you know. I mean, and there's some of that. There's some of that essence to it as well. Oops. Get that hung. I think this take. Don't these other ones here, Nick? Don't they take granular?
Let me look at your screen.
I
Yeah,
think-
I think so.
Yeah, I think they do. All right, while that's filling up, I'll go ahead and pick one more of those up. Yeah, them sounds are legit. This is probably one of the better older sounds that I've seen off these. I don't exactly know how they. The sound is kind of the startup sound gets a little bit wonky in there, but good grief, there we go. After you gets in there, cranks up, man, it sounds good too rolling. Once you get going down the road, it sounds awesome. Liquid solid fert. There we go. Let's tell you what, I don't know why we had two of those down. Let me sell one of these. All right, so we'll sell that one out of the way, and then let's go ahead and grab. I probably meant to put solid fertilizer, and I just got ahead of myself. All right, so now let's go back, and let's go ahead and purchase. There we go. Now we got one there. I know we had. I don't know why we had two in there. Just one of those things. Anyway. Hey, what's up, vlogging and gaming? How are you, man? Good to see you. I think you're. I can't remember exactly where you're from. I want to say you're from the Dutch area. So welcome, man. Which one's a nice looking cedar? Michael, you talking about the bigger one there in the middle bay there? This one's a little flat. The yellows and greens are a little flat. It's not much definition to it, but yeah, that one, the other one there, man, it's jam up. It's good. Denmark. Velkommen. This tractor just looks good. Especially with the rear duals on it, little skinnies in the front, man. Woo. Alright, we'll pull a map up here because I know I'm going to miss my turn. So let's make a right here. The road work is really great on this map. The PDA is really good. They've took quite a good intention about getting everything in, but some of these, especially through the middle of the crop roads that are kind of attached on, it's really not close enough to see any kind of the definition in it. So a lot of times you wind up rolling down this map and you wind up completely finding something totally new, a new road. It's like, hey, where does this go? It leads off through the woods. You've got a road that does this, it veers off here, and you all the time finding new areas on this. So this is just a I love it. I mean, I don't know, it's just good, man. The guy whoever did this map just did a fantastic job just laying it out. And I hear you on that, man. That was one of the big things there, Neb. That was and honestly, and I will say, there's really only a few John Deeres that are like really, really good. The rest of them are kind of meh. You know, they're kind of so-so. There's only like 3 seeders. There's maybe 1 cultivator, maybe 2 plows. I mean, so it's funny. I mean, to be so stinking popular, there's really not that much for it. Now we've literally got everything in here we possibly can have. It's John Deere. So we're literally, if you want John Deere and you want to see the best of John Deere, like we spent 2 weeks combining every bit of our knowledge of mods and where to find them, and this is what we came up with. And this is what I was talking about here. These roads that come in and out, I love this stuff. It's great. Some of these are going to be a little big for this particular seeder, but let's ride on a little bit deeper. So I'm thinking 43, 51, and 52 there are going to be great candidates for a little bit of sugar beet. I don't want to go crazy with sugar beet because I don't really want to come out here and harvest them all at 3-meter row slides. So we'll just have to we'll just have to see. Well, who knows, man? Maybe Kloss will come through with a big old announcement here coming in towards 19. You know, maybe Console will get a really nice modded company's tractor. Maybe it's not John Deere, but maybe it's something just as good. I mean, honestly, there's probably more Kloss stuff out there in Modland than there is John Deere stuff, and I find that the Kloss stuff almost looks as good, if not better. Functionality wise, it just depends. If you're an American guy, you're gonna be like, yeah, I want John Deere, I don't care about Kloss. But nonetheless, man, it's still there's still some really pretty stuff. Console people's at derogatory. No, man, that is just descriptive. Just descriptive. Can't even believe you say that, man. I'm hurt. Alright, let's see. How does this one work? What's Ridge Maker on this? Alright, let's see. Let's do... Alright, so sugar beet's going down. Yeah, hopefully, I hope that that announcement, you know, back in the, gosh, man, that was about, you know, 3-4 months ago that they announced that they were going to be partnering up, and I think Kubota did make it official. So Kubota supposedly, I don't know, maybe Kubota's going to come at the end with the big platinum. Yeah, I don't know, but I know you guys, everybody's kind of looking forward to the platinum just to get back in. It's going to be something new, adding in sugar cane. So that's going to be really nice. I'll be looking forward to seeing a little bit of something new and just a new crop. I mean, you can have a lot of the new crops, but honestly, I've downloaded maps with multi-fruit, and there's really not that many. You know, you think you're really missing out on a lot, but a lot of times it's just kind of a revamped one that we already have. And I've just not ever really had that great a look with it, so. And this is a really cool part of the field. I mean, I like the different areas because the more that you probably see me going around, especially these different areas, you notice how much different everything is. You don't have the same look over the entire map. I mean, it has a theme going through it, but this side of the map does not look like the right side of the map, but it fits. And the north side of the map is, I think, actually fairly challenging, but it doesn't look like this side of the map. So I really appreciate it when map makers really go above and beyond. When they go above and beyond, or really, I don't know, to really take care in the way they structure the map. Because I mean, playing a map that's really done right is amazing. Two monsters you trick. The login is okay. There's a few small spots. I mean, anywhere where you see the quote-unquote standard, you know, kind of the FS19 standard trees, those are the same ones in there. I mean, you've got small ones. Now, the thing that I'll say about the Seasons mod that is a little bit, I won't say foreign, but it is a little bit foreign to me, is that the growth cycles for trees and grass is way longer. So the things that you kind of think, oh, well, it just takes 7 days to grow a tree, especially in Farm Sim. It doesn't. Maybe towards the end here, I'll flip up I'll flip up kind of the help page of what it talks about on the trees, but the growth cycles for those are ridiculous. And it could take the whole year for a tree to become fully mature in its regular form. So, you know, once you cut it down and you start planting others, I mean, it's like a, you know, it's a realistic, kind of a realistic stab at really taking forever for a tree to grow back. But there is plenty of areas. You can see right here off the corner, off our, I don't know, 10 o'clock. There's a ton of trees over there. Mostly every big side of the field here, every single corner, like that whole area around field 14 and that northeast corner there. That whole entire place there is a forest. And the cool thing is all the forests in this map all have roads and road networks. It very much reminds me of like Bjornholm, the way the logging was on Bjornholm. And Bjornholm just had that, you know, had the lanes that were all made right through the middle of the trees and through the forest, so you could put your logs up and, you know, you could take off and just hit the town, going through the different. Here's the exact same thing. A lot of these, if they're, especially if got any size to them, he did the same exact thing with these. Put all kind of lanes and nice little thoroughfares all through the woods and through the terrain, which is nice to have. Especially if you're just going to have to start in one area and start knocking down in trees. But he also left you a lot of available options, especially like around in here. You can connect all these fields together if you wanted to and just make one big field. Now, I figured if we would just do it and keep it simple, keep it light, and then and be able to do all this farming and kind of separate everything. That way, what's seeded first is going to be in a different growth stage from what's seeded in the end. So hopefully by the time the harvest start happening, we'll be able to harvest just boom, 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 and kind of jump from field to field to field. It's not going to be like, you know, in the when you're playing the regular game and you don't have seasons in. You've got this kind of this disconnect in the reality of that it takes a while for things to grow. And I think that's what the seasons really drives that home. Hey, well, good, man. I'm sure she wasn't weirded out by that at all. Yep, Spin Tires is coming. I forget what they call it. Mutters or Spin Tires Mutters or something like that. Yes, it is coming to console. Tell you what, man, it's going to be a good year for you console people. That was a stab at Neb. Nobody take that personally. It's going to be some cool stuff. You're going to have Spin Tires rolling out. Gold Rush is going to be rolling out. So that is, I know there's a lot of guys looking forward to Gold Rush coming in. So I know I am. I'm ready for it. All right, so let's do 53. Just got rung up there with a load of beats. So let's go ahead. Let's do this one right here. And then let's see where we stand because our day is coming to a close. How are you guys doing?
Pretty close to done.
Okay.
I ran out of fertilizer.
All right.
That's why I'm still going.
I hear you there, Corbin. Well, good. That's good that she supports you in your endeavors. That's a keeper right there, man. I'm just going to tell you flat out, that's a keeper. If she's okay with it and she likes it, man, that's a keeper. Don't lose that one. What's going on there, Angela McAdams? How are you? I hope you're doing well. Thanks for stomping in. Little Farm Sim 17 action here as we close up another day on the Full Tilled Farms. It looks like we got rain in the forecast. Running lots of new mods. Well, not to say new mods, but we've added in the Proseed mod as well as Seasons mod. So we've really got some things cooking today. So if you see here's some new symbols and here's some new sounds and stuff. That is the Proseed mod here with the seeders. So I think it works with any of them. I've not yet found a seeder that it doesn't work with. So that's kind of nice.
Can you imagine GPS with the Seed Hawk on the Big Bud pack?
Oh man.
Football field width.
Well, the good thing about the John Deere seeders, you know, is like you can flip that camera view back and you can see it.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't think the big buds. I don't think they have those.
No, I don't think so.
Rain in game or real? Listen to Michael giving away a PC. I tell you what, though, I've got to throw out my boy Michael here because he sent me some pictures. He's literally been transforming Emerald Valley, which, you know, if you guys have, we started the Full Tilt Sawmill, which came in, and it's been a really good series to start up on. It actually has done really great in views, and people have seemed to really like that Full Tilt Sawmill and the map and everything that I did on that. So we decided we kind of gave it a break just to get the farm side in, because a lot of people wanted to see this farm side stuff to it. So anyway, I've been kind of keeping up. We've got a PS4 community as well, so if any of you guys want to come check out, if you're on PS4 and you don't have a community to play with, go check it. It's Full Tilt Gaming there under the PS4 communities. It's still active. I'm still checking stuff in there when questions are asked, or trying to do as much as I can to welcome people in. And we've got a great set of mods there. I think Benson mods there with that little community, and I think Michael's on there as well. But Michael has turned Emerald Valley into a farming map. So, yeah. I'm actually considering breaking the PS4 out to go check that out and do a live stream at Michael's farm. So, I'm, yeah. That's a good job on that, Michael. I'll pull some screenshots there, the ones you sent me. I'll pull those screenshots up, and maybe we'll share them on the Full Tilt Gaming Facebook page and Twitter. I'll tweet those out. So, because I saw that and I was like, my gosh, this is amazing. And actually, the screenshots he took are absolutely beautiful, because they come out of one of the places that leads out of one of the big slash forests, and all you see is just this big, just huge rolling hills just full of grain. I was like, wow, that's pretty bad. Well, everybody's been there, Corbin. So yeah, don't worry about that, man. Just keep saving. It's what I did. And everyone just kind of thinks, hey, just went out and just paid cash for it, but no, I worked hard for it, saved up, figured out exactly what I wanted, had a budget in mind, and I went after it, and I did it. So if you keep that in mind, that's gonna be your best policy, man.
5-year-old laptop. I had a 10-year-old desktop.
Yeah, and I was trying to do Steam and trying to do Euro Truck on like a 4-year-old MacBook. So, and you know, that was even Mac, so you know you didn't get nothing with a Macintosh or an Apple.
Just finished 3.
Alright, I'm literally coming up on the finish. Yeah, we probably could, Angela. I mean, we've got a lot of computer geeks in here. Y'all give honest opinions, depending on what she's got. I mean, you know, Farm Sim really is not it's not a very intensive program, so you'd be surprised what you can run Farm Sim out of, and it still look okay. Alright, let's see. So that would be, let's go ahead and let's pull up our map here. Let's look at our fruit types. We see we've got corn there, and we've got sugar beets going down on 49 and 53. And it is going to be, what's that, 5, 7, so right at our 6 o'clock, our 7 o'clock hour. So that's 1 hour of overtime. So I'm going to fold this thing up. Let's see.
Oh my God, Ryan.
What?
I won't spoil it.
Oh no.
You got something pretty interesting to show off on it.
Where y'all be at?
Oh, I'm heading back to drop my cedar.
All right. Oh yeah. All right, so nobody go anywhere. We've got a special treat for you. Something that'll be coming across be in almost every single live stream we have, and I'll be touting and pushing it. I can't believe I almost forgot that, man. I was just in a frame of mind there with the Seasons mod. All right, let's see.
Just be sure you drive on the main road beside Field 4.
All right, how about I just cut across all the fields and not taking care of what seeds were planted?
Seems legit.
Okay, and there's a big ditch, so I better not hit that.
Move. Just for you, Nick. I won't move.
There we go. I was about to say, where is this stupid thing? This tractor can't go fast enough.
Yeah, just turn left at the main road. You'll be great.
All right, so as we take, we're gonna see a little tour there of Farm 1, where we came out of the fields there. We could have gone the other way, but yeah. We'll be getting animals going, so that'll be another part of the series. I'll try to be a little bit more, I'm not sure exactly what the description said on this, honestly. I don't think it got changed. That's my bad. But I'll update that stuff so you guys can tell, especially if you do miss something. So if anybody's coming back in and watching streams here that are, that are getting caught up on some things, I'll update these descriptions and get all that stuff squared away for you. All right, sounds good there, Alan. I'll certainly check it out.
Oh, you have your HUD hidden.
What about it?
You just drove right by Ryan.
I know, wasn't I supposed to?
He's just in the backyard, like he's hanging in a hammock.
Oh. Okay.
He fell asleep.
He fell asleep. Yeah, take him a little siesta. Hard day of seeding. Hey, what's up, farm kids? How are you doing?
Since I plow by hand.
Nick, you got, do you have any cash in your wallet?
Yeah.
You want to go buy a couple of surprises down there in the shop? We'll kind of show those off here at the last bit.
Okay.
All right, don't go anywhere, Subscribe. You'll want to see this. Just give us 5 or so more minutes here. We'll obviously be pushing these out, every single one, but I thought you guys may want to be the first ones that see this. It's definitely worth it. So we'll finish up there, last couple of sugar beets there on the next one, and that'll get pretty much everything seeded, and then we'll start figuring out some other stuff there to start occupying our time and trying to get a plan and a game plan. So I'm excited. I'm kind of looking forward to it. What's going on, Austin? Nice to see you, bud. It's been a long time no see, so welcome back. Nice, Neb. Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, taking that ultra realism factor really is actually kind of nice. All right, looks like it's going to rain tonight, I believe. All right, so yeah, there, Angela's put some specs in the chat there. Some of my computer gurus and geeks, take a peek at that and tell me what you think. Yeah, usually the GeForce GTX, whatever the is that the 2 GB? Yeah. I'm not even exactly sure what the minimums are on Farm Sim. And y'all, I'm not wandering aimlessly. I'm going back to the shop here.
You might want to save and, well, I don't know. And I guess it's probably bright enough. We got tons of lights on.
All right, here we go. Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right. So, I have to do a little bit of bragging on my boy Nick here. We kind of started looking at a few things, and we went looking for truck mods and truck stuff that we could be all dramatic about this. We need some like killer like epic music going on in the background. So anyway, I was putting it off to Nick. Hey, we need to do this. We need to do some trucks. We need to do some things. I need to talk to this person and this person. We need to find this out. So anyway, we got a couple other surprises, and we had a couple of surprises we were thinking about doing. So anyway, Nick just surprised me one day on Facebook and was like, "Hey, you got to check this out." So I was like, "Oh, whatever." Usually we do that especially on Facebook Messenger or something. It's a new mod's come out or some new idea that kind of pops in our head. Hey, what about we do this? What about this? What about this? We could use this. So anyway, we started looking through some of these truck mods and started looking through things, and we found a couple of things that he was like, "Hey, what if I do this? What if I do this?" Anyway, so let's get to it. So, Mr. Nick came in and come up with all brand new trucks that are custom skinned. Now, I'm gonna reveal mine first, if that's okay, Nick.
Oh yeah, it's the best one. So
yeah, you flatter me. So you kind of see it coming in. So Nick did the FTG United sticker there on the back of the window, which is absolutely awesome, and also did the logo there on the back bed of the truck. So now all of our stuff here is got the beacons and everything flashed over, the lights and stuff are all on. So it's exactly what we did, and this was total surprise. So I just want to publicly shower a little bit of praise and thank you on to Nick, because he worked really hard on this. And nobody else can have anything done. He works for FTG and Raptor only. He's contracted, and I'm just kidding. He's not. But anyway, thank you, Nick, for doing this. And I'm going to show off his just a little bit over here, because he did a little special on himself. Nick is quite the Metallica fan. So we found this 350 here, which is absolutely gorgeous. I love this 350. And it's got the nice big old...
It has Kansas plates?
No. Yes, it does.
Yep.
So there we go. He's from Kansas, and he's got a Kansas plate on his own truck. He's all the way out here in wherever the heck Farmtown is. And he's got the FTG sticker in the window, and he's also got the Hillsborough bed. Ooh, and there comes the rain. And he's got the Metallica sticker because he's a big, huge Metallica fan. We sat through and watched, 2.5 hours of the latest Metallica concert that was streamed live there out of Edmonton. So that was really cool. So anyway, just awesome work, Nick. So thank you, man. Appreciate that. We've got another one there. Ryan, where's the other one? Do we have that one too?
Oh, it's back at the farm.
All right.
The 450?
Yes.
It's nothing custom.
Oh, okay. All right. I couldn't remember. I couldn't if it was. So there you go. So a lot of people, awesome John, Nick, get it today. Oh man, coming up in the world. That's it, man. So FTG United on the back of the trucks now. So that is sweet. So thank you there to Nick, to you. Thank you for everybody. We're going to go ahead, as it's raining here, we're going to kind of get under cover, and we're going to end tonight with this. I think this was a great small, just to get out and do some seeding and experience some of the new seasons mod, as well as the new Proseed. It's not really new, but it's just new to me, and I don't see a lot of people use it, so I said, "Oh, what the heck, man, let's throw this in there and let's see what it's like." So I hope you enjoyed Proseed. If you've got any more questions with it, it's pretty straightforward. Drop me a link. Drop me a link. Drop me a comment here in the comment section and ask me a question. I'll do my best to kind of get you an answer. If I say I don't know or I don't answer, that means I don't really know the answer to that, and Google's probably your best friend with that anyway. So thanks to the new subscriber there, to Arctic Gaming. Appreciate it, man. It's always great to meet new guys in here and new faces as well. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and hit that button now. Go ahead and like these videos if you enjoyed the content. We're going to be doing at least a farm sim at least once or twice a week. So we're going to split that up between ATS, and I'm still actively working. I've got it over, actually sitting right beside me now. The pedestal base there with X-Plane. So not too much longer, we're going to start rolling in hopefully some good stuff with X-Plane, with some live streams there, with some full flights with ATC online and everything. And I've also got a few other things that are going to be dropping, possibly with some new games that will be coming along the line here, with maybe some early access stuff. I don't know. The jury's still out on it, so fingers are crossed, and hopefully things will be coming in. So yes, we'll hopefully, yes. Take care, Jerry. Thanks. There you go. Alan said he watched Metallica too. So awesome, guys. Thanks for coming in. We'll see you here on the next one. So thank you there, Nick and Ryan. You guys say adios to everybody.
Bye.
See you.
All right, guys, and we get a little music here. I'll be here if you want to say a little something like I always am. I'll leave chat up here on the window. Thanks for coming out here and supporting me here with Full Tilt Farms, and I guess we'll see you here tomorrow night. We're going to be rolling ATS. I've got a brand new truck. It's going to be, well, at least brand new to me. So I think it's the 271. So we're going to be pulling some more farm equipment tomorrow down into Mexico. So if you want to come in, check that out tomorrow. Will be ATS. So it should be fun. And we'll see y'all tomorrow night, guys. Everybody say bye. We'll see you. Bye.